Throughout history, books have been censored for a variety of reasons. From political content to religious themes, the act of banning books has sparked debate and controversy. But is it fair to censor ideas and limit access to information? And what impact does banning books have on our society? In public schools and libraries, books are often banned for containing material that is considered inappropriate or offensive. This can include profanity, sexual content, or violence. But some argue that banning books censors important ideas and limits the freedom of expression.
The idea of banning those voices just seems antithetical to a thriving democracy to me. So from a professional perspective, as a parent and as a member of a thriving democracy, these are of concern to me.
Many classic works of literature have been banned at some point, including To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger, and The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. These books contain challenging ideas and themes that are considered essential to a well-rounded education. Many other books like these were banned, but that isn't necessarily our point. Our point is that banned books are generally targeted because of a character's race, sexuality, gender, or several other things. They can be censored for having radical ideas presented, or having any ideas that conflict with the public's general idea of acceptable.
I'm concerned about it because of what the targets are here. We seem to have made good progress in essentially our youth being interested in reading about formerly marginalized or silenced voices. We're looking at, it's been based on race in the past, been based on gendered voices, now increasingly LGBTQ and transgendered voices.
In fact, in 2015, the American Library Association's Office for Intellectual Freedom determined that of the top 10 most banned books, 9 of them contain diverse content, or rather content with a diverse character work.
The American Library Association has designated September as Banned Books Week to raise awareness about the issues of banning books and to celebrate the freedom to read. But the fight for intellectual freedom continues as books continue to be banned and challenged in schools and libraries across the country.
I think a lot of times people, they just want what they know. You know, they're not open to new things. Like they want to teach or they want their kids to read the same books they read.
Samantha Johnson spoke with a couple of professors at IU during what's called Banned Books Week, which I didn't know was a thing.
Banned Books Week. Yeah, this is really a national effort dedicated to celebrating our freedom to read.
There are several arguments in favor of banning books. Some people believe the practice is necessary in order to protect children. They believe that material that has explicit language or violence or sexual content can all be damaging to a young reader and should be taken out of schools and libraries.
Are you really upset that they're reading This One Summer, which addresses miscarriage and teen pregnancy? Or are you upset that they are about to enter a phase in life where those are real consequences for them, and maybe you're not ready to have that conversation?
I would much rather have the discussion and create that space for students, especially in the age groups that we're talking about, to build that empathy than to just assume that when something is uncomfortable for an adult or someone in an authority position that it automatically has to be silenced.
Overall, people who advocate for banning books argue that the practice is necessary to protect children, maintain societal values, and prevent the spread of harmful ideas. The decision to ban a book is not one to be taken lightly. It can have lasting consequences for both individual and society as a whole. As we continue to grapple with this issue, it's important to remember that the value of a diverse perspectives and the freedom to read and think for ourselves.
When the librarian sees eye to eye with the community which they serve, it's much more rare for books to be banned or challenged. When a librarian houses and serves books to the community that are not digestible to that particular community for whatever reason, that's when you get bans and challenges in your library. It's happening all over the country and all over the world.
And if you don't like this book, there's probably a book that you will like. So it's not that every book appeals to everyone, but that there are some books that appeal to everyone.
It is my honor to serve as your newly elected congressperson. You chose me for this job to protect your freedoms. Freedom is to speak your mind, and importantly, freedom to read what you want. And so, as your representative, it is my top priority to resist censorship and protect books from being banned.
In your view, are there legitimate reasons why someone might want to ban a specific book?
Some families, especially those with young children, may feel it important to ban a book to protect their children from harmful material. But in reality, censorship can limit key conversations between parents and kids. Banning books can keep kids from learning about diverse perspectives and thinkers different from themselves. I'm committed to working with you to advocate for the freedom to read and access information. Thank you for joining me in this important effort. Thank you, God bless you all, and God bless America.